High in the eastern Andes of present-day Peru, where the mountains descend toward the Amazon basin and clouds drift through steep granite peaks, Machu Picchu stands as one of the most remarkable achievements of the ancient world. Built in the 15th century at the height of the Inca Empire, this stone city has become a symbol not only of a powerful civilization, but also of humanity's enduring capacity to shape landscapes with precision, meaning, and respect for the natural environment. Its walls, terraces, and temples speak silently of a society that mastered engineering without iron, wheels, or written language, yet governed millions of people across one of the most challenging terrains on Earth. The Inca Empire, known to its people as Tinsu, meaning the land of four quarters, emerged as the largest empire in pre-Columbian America. Centered in the city of Cusco, it expanded rapidly during the 15th and early 16th centuries, stretching from modern-day Colombia to central Chile. This expansion was driven not only by military force, but also by a sophisticated system of administration, road networks, and cultural integration. The Incas absorbed diverse ethnic groups into their empire, often allowing local traditions to persist while imposing imperial authority through architecture, labor obligations, and religious practice. Most scholars agree that Machu Picchu was commissioned by the Inca ruler Pachacuti Inca Yupanqui, who reigned from around 1438 to 1471. Pachacuti is widely credited with transforming the Incas from a small regional power into a true empire. Under his leadership, Cusco was rebuilt, new administrative centers were established, and ambitious architectural projects reshaped the Andean landscape. Machu Picchu appears to have been part of this imperial vision, constructed during a period of relative stability and prosperity, when the state could mobilize vast labor forces through the MITA system, a form of mandatory public service. The location of Machu Picchu was carefully chosen. Perched on a narrow ridge between the peaks of Machu Picchu and Huayna Picchu, the site overlooks the winding Urubamba River far below. This dramatic setting offered both strategic advantages and symbolic significance. While not a military fortress in the conventional sense, the city's relative isolation and limited access points provided security. At the same time, the surrounding mountains, or Apis, were sacred beings in Inca belief, believed to possess spiritual power and agency. Building a city in such a place was an act deeply intertwined with religion and cosmology. The city itself is a testament to Inca engineering skill. Machu Picchu was constructed using precisely cut stone blocks fitted together without mortar, a technique known as ashlar masonry. The stones were shaped so accurately that even today a blade of grass cannot easily be inserted between them. This method not only created visually striking walls, but also allowed the structures to withstand earthquakes, which are common in the Andes. When the ground shook, the stones could shift slightly and settle back into place, preventing catastrophic collapse. Terracing was another essential feature of Machu Picchu's design. Hundreds of agricultural terraces cascade down the slopes, transforming steep mountainsides into arable land. These terraces were not merely for food production. They also stabilized the terrain and managed water runoff, preventing landslides and erosion. Beneath the visible stone walls lay layers of gravel, sand, and soil that facilitated drainage, demonstrating an advanced understanding of hydrology and soil mechanics. In a region of heavy rainfall, such engineering was crucial to the city's survival. Water management was central to life at Machu Picchu. A system of channels and fountains brought fresh water from a natural spring to the heart of the city, supplying residents with a reliable source of clean water. The careful distribution of water suggests planning not only for practical needs, but also for ritual use, as water held deep symbolic meaning in Inca religion. The presence of ceremonial fountains near elite residences indicates that access to water may have reflected social hierarchy and spiritual status. The layout of Machu Picchu reveals a city divided into distinct zones with different functions. There were residential areas, agricultural sectors, and ceremonial spaces, all connected by narrow pathways and staircases. Some structures were clearly designed for elites, featuring finer masonry and prominent locations, while others housed workers and servants. This spatial organization reflects the hierarchical nature of Inca society, where status was expressed through proximity to sacred spaces and quality of construction. Among the most significant ceremonial structures is the Temple of the Sun, a semicircular building constructed atop a large rock. Its finely cut stones and strategic placement suggest it played a key role in religious observances. A window within the temple aligns with the sunrise during the June solstice, indicating that astronomical observation was integrated into the city's sacred architecture. Such alignments were not uncommon in Inca sites, as the movement of the sun was central to their understanding of time, agriculture, and divine order. Nearby stands the Intihuatana, often referred to as a ritual stone associated with the sun. While its exact function remains uncertain, scholars agree that it was linked to astronomical observation and ceremonial practices. The name Intihuatana, meaning hitching post of the sun, was applied by later Quechua speakers, and while the term may not be original to the site, it reflects the enduring association between the structure and solar worship. Care must be taken not to attribute functions beyond what evidence supports, but its placement and form strongly suggest ritual significance. Despite its architectural grandeur, Machu Picchu does not appear to have been a large urban center. Estimates of its population vary, but most scholars suggest it housed several hundred people, possibly up to 1,000 during peak occupation. This relatively small population, combined with the presence of elite residences and ceremonial architecture, has led researchers to propose that Machu Picchu functioned as a royal estate or retreat. In this interpretation, it would have served as a seasonal residence for Pachacuti and his court, as well as a center for religious and administrative activities connected to the surrounding region. Other theories suggest Machu Picchu may have functioned as a sacred pilgrimage site or a specialized administrative hub controlling access between the Andes and the Amazon. There is evidence of trade connections with lowland regions, including the presence of plant remains not native to high elevations. These findings indicate that Machu Picchu was part of broader economic and cultural networks, linking diverse ecological zones within the empire. While no single theory fully explains every aspect of the site, most scholars agree that it held multiple functions, blending political, religious, and economic roles. The sudden decline of the Inca Empire in the early 16th century dramatically altered the fate of Machu Picchu. In 1532, Spanish conquistadors led by Francisco Pizarro captured the Inca ruler Atahualpa, triggering a chain of events that would dismantle imperial authority. European diseases, including smallpox, had already spread through the Andes ahead of the Spanish, devastating populations and destabilizing social structures. In this context of upheaval, Machu Picchu was abandoned, likely within a few decades of its construction. The reasons for its abandonment remain a subject of scholarly discussion. There is no evidence that the site was destroyed or attacked by the Spanish, and it appears to have been vacated relatively peacefully. One widely accepted explanation is that the fall of the central Inca state disrupted the labor and supply systems that sustained such remote elite sites. Without imperial support, maintaining Machu Picchu would have been impractical. As residents left, the forest gradually reclaimed the stone city, concealing it beneath dense vegetation. For centuries, Machu Picchu remained known only to local communities, its existence unrecorded in Spanish colonial documents. This absence contributed to its reputation as a lost city, though it was never truly lost to the people of the region. In 1911, American historian and explorer Hiram Bingham brought international attention to the site during an expedition sponsored by Yale University and the National Geographic Society. Guided by local farmers, Bingham documented the ruins and helped introduce Machu Picchu to the wider world through photographs and publications. Bingham's role in the history of Machu Picchu is complex. While he did not discover the site in the strict sense, His work played a significant role in its global recognition. His expeditions also removed thousands of artifacts, which were taken to Yale for study. These actions have since been the subject of ethical debate and legal negotiations, leading to the eventual return of most artifacts to Peru in the early 21st century. This episode reflects broader issues in the history of archaeology, including questions of ownership, stewardship, and a legacy of colonial-era research practices. As archaeological research continued throughout the 20th century, Machu Picchu emerged as one of the best-preserved Inca sites ever found. Unlike Cusco and other major centers, it was never built over by later settlements. This preservation has allowed scholars to study Inca architecture, agriculture, and daily life in exceptional detail. Excavations have revealed evidence of a diverse population, including individuals who likely came from different regions of the empire, supporting the idea that Machu Picchu was a cosmopolitan place within the Inca world. In 1983, Machu Picchu was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognized for both its cultural and natural significance. The designation acknowledged not only the archaeological importance of the ruins, but also the surrounding ecosystem, which hosts a remarkable diversity of plant and animal life. Today, Machu Picchu stands at the intersection of heritage conservation and global tourism, attracting millions of visitors each year. This popularity brings economic benefits, but also presents challenges in preserving the site for future generations. Modern conservation efforts aim to balance access with protection. Erosion, foot traffic, and infrastructure development pose ongoing risks to the fragile environment and ancient structures. Peruvian authorities, in collaboration with international organizations, have implemented measures such as visitor limits and controlled pathways to mitigate damage. These efforts underscore the responsibility of the present to safeguard the legacy of the past. Beyond its physical remains, Machu Picchu holds profound cultural meaning. For many Peruvians, it represents a source of national pride and a tangible link to indigenous heritage that survived conquest and colonization. It also serves as a reminder of the ingenuity and resilience of the Inca civilization, whose achievements were long underestimated or misunderstood. By studying Machu Picchu with care and respect, scholars continue to refine our understanding of the Incas not as a mysterious or mythical people, but as skilled engineers, administrators, and thinkers deeply connected to their environment. The enduring fascination with Machu Picchu lies partly in what is known and partly in what remains uncertain. Archaeology has answered many questions about how the city was built and how it functioned, yet it also reminds us of the limits of our knowledge. Without written records from the Incas themselves, interpretations must be grounded in material evidence, comparative studies, and cautious analysis. This balance between discovery and humility is essential to honoring the past accurately. As clouds drift once more across the stone terraces and the sun rises over the Andes, Machu Picchu continues to evoke wonder. It stands not as a relic frozen in time, but as a living site shaped by centuries of human interaction, neglect, rediscovery, and care. In its stones are recorded the ambitions of an empire, the rhythms of daily life, and the profound relationship between people and the land they inhabit. Through careful study and thoughtful preservation, Machu Picchu remains a gateway to understanding the Inca Empire and a testament to the enduring human desire to create meaning in harmony with the natural world.